Thanks for joining me for today's short scale study. Today, we're going to focus on building our tone and technique in the key of concert F major. Let's talk about some of the notes that we're going to need in concert F major. You may know this, that a concert F major scale on trumpet begins with a note G. The scale also has an F sharp. In this case, I will be playing the high notes of the line of the major scale and arpeggio, and I hope you'll join me when we play a high F sharp, second valve, second finger. We'll need a B natural as well, and that B natural is also a second finger. And the highest note in our scale, high G, that is no valves, no fingers, and that is the highest note of the scale. So let's start with number 1, major scale and arpeggio quarter notes. I've got my metronome set at 70 beats per minute, so let's give it our best shot and see if we can play all the way up to high G. 1, 2, ready, and... I hope you did well. I hope you'll consider doing that scale again. Hit pause, rewind, and try it again. Practice will make that more successful. Let's move on to number 2 and do the major scale and arpeggio eighth notes. Remember that F sharp, second valve, second finger, and also B, second valve, second finger. 1, 2, and ready, and go. Now we'll move on to our major chords. I'll play the lower set of notes, you play the upper set of notes. 1, 2, remember F sharps, and... And now we'll move on to the exercise called thirds. We'll need to pay attention closely so that we're playing our second valve B natural. And we'll be playing the upper set of notes. Are you ready? Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Now we'll move on to the chromatic pivot scale. Today's pivoting note is the note D, first valve, first finger. It's our fourth line D. After that, we'll need our C sharp fingering, which is first and second valve. We'll need our C natural fingering, our B natural fingering. We'll need our first valve B flat fingering, our A fingering, our G sharp fingering, second and third valve, second and third finger, and our G fingering. Let's do it together. 1, 2, ready, and... Now we'll move on to our chromatic scale. The chromatic scale fingering starts with G, then G sharp 2 and 3, A, and then an A sharp. Remember, A sharp is B flat, first valve, first finger. Second measure, B natural, second valve, C, C sharp, first and second valve, and D. In our third measure, we have a high D sharp. That is our second valve, second finger, second valve, second finger. And it's also the fingering for E flat when we come down. Then we'll need our E, our F, our top line F, first valve, first finger. And then high F sharp, which we played in the first exercise, the scale. And then we'll end on our high G. Coming down the chromatic scale, high G, G flat, same as F sharp, second valve. Then F natural, first valve, and E. Coming down the chromatic scale, second measure, E flat, second valve. Then D, first valve, D flat, first and second valve, and then C natural. Then B natural, B flat, A flat, second and third valve, and we end on a G. Let's try it together. Good luck with those high notes. 1, 2, ready, and. Now we move on to our last exercise, the chorale. Remember, we'll need our B naturals, and along the way, we'll need a D sharp if you're playing along with me on the bottom. I'll play the bottom notes so that this makes a nice duet. So here we go, chorale. 1, 2, ready, and. There you have it, Concert F Major on trumpet. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you'll consider playing through these exercises again very soon. Remember, you can always move on to these, the other advanced scale study exercises and some of the lesson book exercises also. See you again soon. Keep practicing.